as these are my first public remarks since the passing of Queen Elizabeth, allow me a moment to express my condolences and those of the people of Europe to the royal family and everyone in the United Kingdom. The world has lost one of her greatest daughters who dedicated her life to service, and she will always be remembered. Cyprus is, dear President, and will always remain close to my heart. And this is an opportunity for me to express the European Parliament's solidarity with Cyprus, to recall that Europe stands with you and that Europe will never be whole while Cyprus remains split. And that is why we need to get back to negotiations. This has to happen under the auspices of the United Nations. There can only be one Cyprus, a single, sovereign, European state, a bicommunal, bizonal federation in line with United Nations Security Council resolutions, a state in which all inhabitants are EU citizens. This has been said many times before, but it is worth repeating, because this is the only way to peace and reunification, and the time is now to inject some new energy into these negotiations. What we need is to restore trust, and recent provocative actions, repeatedly condemned by the European Union, will only jeopardise the efforts to resume direct talks. Famagusta should become an example of bicommunal cooperation instead of a point of contention. A win-win is possible, and the European Parliament will be there to put all our resources to your disposal. Let me also use this opportunity to commend President Anastiasades, your proposal for bold confidence-building measures, and your personal efforts for the resumption of a constructive dialogue between the persons and the parties involved. Such measures would pave the way for trust-building between the two communities, providing an impulse for a shared solution in line with the UN Security Council resolutions and the principles, the very principles on which our European Union is founded. In our meeting this morning, we also addressed several challenges and issues that are challenging to us, such as the illegal Russian aggression in Ukraine, migration and energy security. A large extent of our discussions also focused around the increasing cost of living and inflation. We are under unprecedented pressures due to price hikes on energy and food at previously unheard levels, and we might not have reached the peak yet. We know the reasons behind this phenomenon. It stems from the pandemic, our energy supply, but also on pricing speculation. And therefore we need action, and we need it now. And there are decisions that we can take now. We can take decisions and actions together to limit the impact, whether it is capping of bills, fixing our pricing systems, or decoupling the price of electricity from gas. These are things that we can do now, even temporarily, to offset the immediate pressures while we implement longer-term strategies. Ultimately, this is what people expect from us, and this is what we must deliver. But we can only do this if we do it together.